Good morning. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Brightdrop van and Ingersoll. While most media over here has you looking at small-time crooks, I'm going to show you what the big boys are doing. And if you think what they're doing is terrible, I'm going to remind you of this guy and some little quinky-dinks. As I'm sure you have heard by now, the Chemi plant in Ingersoll is going to stop production of the Brightdrop van. It's not moving anywhere. It's done. And Canada's looking to get their $500 million back. Why did this thing fail? Well, a few reasons. All of them known going in. First off, it's expensive. And that's a problem because the market for these types of vans is shifting towards smaller delivery companies and gig carriers who can't afford that van. The big carriers like FedEx, UPS, even Amazon, they've got their own contracts. If I'm not mistaken, Amazon has a deal to Rivian. UPS, well, we've all seen UPS trucks. They're kind of their own thing. Which leaves FedEx. And FedEx is losing market share to smaller delivery companies. The other problem is General Motors itself. GM still makes this thing. They've been making it for like 25 years. Comes in cargo configurations, passenger configurations, long bed, short bed. This comes like this or like that. And it's not just GM. Like, Volkswagen's having a problem with this thing. Like, here's the deal. I dig it. I think that's super cool. If it was less expensive and if it had a range extender. And I'm sure this would be more popular if it was less expensive and had a range extender, which is a small diesel engine to give you power when the power runs out. Because if you think range anxiety is a problem for regular people, imagine if you're a business. And you got to think about the competition as well. The Ford Transit has various configurations like higher roof, long bed, short bed, diesel, electric as well, and less expensive. And it comes in cargo configurations and passenger configurations. So it looks like General Motors did a build it and they will come. And nobody came. All right, let's move on to this. Since the beginning of the year, there's been a discussion about illegal substances crossing borders. And now the United States is bombing fishing boats in the Caribbean. And I'm here to say this is all bullshit, folks. Why do I say it's bullshit? Look, it's a business. It's a very big business. You're not going to operate big businesses with small fishing boats. You're going to use big boats, like this dark fleet of tankers operated by cartels. That's right. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel has mastered the use of tankers to smuggle fuel to Mexico. From where? The United States. Where did the US get this illegal fuel? From Canada. Claimed in paperwork it was lubricants. How do you think they got it there? Do you think it was a shady immigrant who had this stuff hidden in his car? Or maybe, just maybe, there's a few extra tankers in the train. Or that tanker truck crossing the border with paperwork to say it has lubricants doesn't really have lubricants. And in this little dispute between the United States and Venezuela, I'd like to point out that Chevron is still bringing in Venezuelan oil. And those are big boats, and they can carry a lot of weight, and I'm sure it can carry a lot more than just oil. Oh, come on, AJ. Are you saying these business people, these honest business people, are involved in some kind of black market scheme? Yes, absolutely. Why would they not be? No one's checking on them. I'll just give you this to think about. The man behind rebuilding 9/11's ground zero. This guy. Larry Silverstein. Larry Silverstein is known as the dumbest, luckiest businessman ever. Because he signed a $3.2 billion 99-year lease on New York's World Trade Center 6 weeks before the attack. Which was really stupid because that building was full of asbestos. I mean, really, it should have been torn down and replaced with something new. That's how much asbestos was in there. And that was going to cost a whole bunch of money. And he had just paid a whole bunch of money for it. And then there was the serendipitous event of 9/11. I mean, well, not for the people in the building. But luckily for Larry Silverstein, he wasn't there at the time. He had a doctor's appointment. Now, there was a legal battle going back and forth because of insurance, right? Like 2 towers fell, and the insurance company was saying, well, that's one event. You're only going to get paid out for one event. And he's saying, wait, no. 2 towers fell. That's 2 events. They eventually settled on $4.5 billion. A little over $1 billion more than he paid, leaving him to be a billionaire. Is it all just coincidence and circumstance? Well, maybe. Is it coincidence and circumstance that the United States government, the largest oil producer in the world, is now concerned about these cartels who have a dark fleet of tankers. I don't like coincidence.